Hi Scorpio, welcome to your May 2020 Tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued sub, you know I love you. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you, my stingers. All right, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, this month you get the Six of Pentacles. All right, so this is about you addressing what are your needs and also what are somebody else's needs. It does look like you might be presented with an option this week. Keep saying I've been filming so many videos over the last 2 days. My brain is frazzled. Your Six of Pentacles as an actions and interactions with the world at large card. Your actions is what you do, right? It's how you show up. It's the steps that you take. Your Six of Pentacles is basically saying for you, over the course of this month, you may very well be presented with some opportunities to help out. It may be that you can see where somebody else needs your assistance or maybe your expertise. Now, my advice to you is, hang back until you're asked for it, right? This is not a month to go in and be a busybody, and because the thing is, again, with Scorpio energy, it's like you guys, much like Aquarius, much like Taurus, much like Leo, a lot of the fixed signs have this, well, in fact, all of the fixed signs have this quality. There's an ability to look at something and see how it can be better than it already is. The thing is, this month, I kind of feel like you might you might be tempted to overstep the mark. So when you're presented with something, this could be something that a colleague is working on, maybe a friend, maybe a family member, until you are explicitly asked for your help, hang back, right? And the reason I say that as well is because I get this feeling that somebody's maybe going to hint, you know, they're going to say something. So there might be a bit of an expectation on their part. And I kind of feel like when you go in and then try to help and, you know, be the busybody, so to speak, it might be, oh, well, you know, can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? Da, 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 da. My advice to you is hang back until you're asked. And when you are asked for your assistance, that's when you can say, what is it exactly that you want and need from me? You guys read undercurrents better than any other sign in the zodiac, so you know how to traverse the rest of that. I don't need to tell you. All right, for your money and materials, you've got the King of Cups. Money looks good for you guys this month. I'm getting a lot of, I mean, I love this card. This King of Cups in particular, look at, he's just surrounded by opulence, he's feasting, he's having a good time. He actually, if you look at his cheeks, he looks a bit merry there as well. The King of Cups is about how you use your emotional energy, right? It's about how you, and in the difference to the Queen of Cups, she's about how you manipulate or transmute your emotional energy, whereas your king, he's more about using that energy for a specific or directed result. Now, when it comes to your money and materials, the king is basically the highest expression of the suit. So for your finances, what you're being asked to do is really really channel your energy towards what it is that you actually want. And you know, everyone wants to feel good. Everyone wants to feel that sort of abundance energy, which is great, but what is the purpose behind it? That's what you're being asked to channel your emotional energy into this month. You know, when it comes to your health, this is asking you a simple question, you know, really simple. Are you treating your health well? Are you treating your physical body well? Eating, you know, lots of rich food and drinking every night and, you know, sort of lording it up to all hours in the morning because you know, you're quarantined and you're not doing so much during the day, doesn't necessarily look like looking after yourself. It may be about enjoying yourself, but and I'm not saying don't, you know, gosh, you're talking to me here. Like, I'm a big foodie, I love food, but it does look like this month you might need to keep an eye on it, all right? Not saying that you know, you have to control it, but just keep an eye on it. When it comes to your home, home looks good. I'm not seeing any issues for the house, for the home itself. In fact, it does look like in some way, shape or form this month you could be beautifying the home. You could be making it warmer, better, nicer, more comfortable, even more opulent, which is beautiful. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Cups. So two things come to me from this. One, do expect some sort of surprising news over the course of this month. Do expect to hear something that kind of comes out of the blue, or maybe could be a little bit surprising. Now, what I will say to you as well, it looks like you've also put the feelers out for something. So maybe you'd asked a question, maybe you'd given an ultimatum, maybe you have, done some research into something and you're waiting for an answer, you're waiting for a response. It may not be the one that you want. It may, and this is the thing I always say to people, I had this thing with my mum, love her and bless her, but she used to say to me, read my cards, and I'd say to her, listen, you don't want the answers. That's the problem. Like, I will tell you what I see, not what you want to hear. And she'd be like, oh, well, can't you tell me that, it's like, I'm not going to edit or censor the answers, mummy. You'll get what you're given, all right? So that's one of the reasons that I no longer read for her. But yeah, it does look like you're waiting on something this month, and it does look like some sort of news or an answer to something that you've already put out. The chances are you're not going to get the answer that you want, or maybe not necessarily in the time frame that you want. This is something that you really need to consider. Now, finally, your Four of Cups can sometimes see you in a funk. Snap out of it. That was a really bad one, I know. And then you've got the Chariot card in your heart and half sector. For those of you that are single, this month you are meeting somebody. Now, even with the current climate, it does look like this is going to be somebody that you meet on the road. This is somebody that lives at least a commute away from you. It's not somebody that is local. This is somebody that is at a slight distance to you, if not, a proper distance. But it does look like, for those of you that are single, this month you are meeting somebody or connecting with somebody, and whoever they are, they're great, right? It's the Chariot after all, or the battle wagon in this, which is, victory, success, acquisition of some sort, of something that you've wanted for, for a time. And for some of you, it looks like you could be forging a relationship this month. For those of you that are partnered, this looks like you and your partner are either getting some sort of good news between the pair of you, or it means that you and your partner have either decided where you're going to move to, or that you're going ahead with something that you had put on hold previously. Whatever it is, you get good results from it. And this is, there's a lot of water here. You've got the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the battle wagon, or the Chariot, which is actually Cancer ruled. So there's a lot of water here with a little bit of earth, which is nice. You got growth going on. For your first week of the month, you've got the Strength card. Have the strength to keep hold of yourself, right? Whatever you are presented with, no matter how many hints somebody drops, let them, not let them, force them to ask the question. And the reason being is because I kind of get that there's this expectation that if they say something, you will then just jump in and start giving this and this, and oh yeah, can we do. Give nothing this month. If they want something from you, let them drop a billion hints until they ask the question specifically, can you help me? Will you do this for me? Give them nothing. If you give an inch, they take a mile, all of that. For your second week of the month, you've got the Empress card right underneath the King of Cups. Your King of Cups can also be water sign male, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It does fall with the Chariot in close-ish proximity, so possibly a Cancerian male, but not necessarily, explicit. Your Empress card, beauty, love, abundance, happiness, joy, right? The home looks good. This second week of the month, you could be, maybe you're looking at the bank account and you're like, do you know what? This whole situation has actually put me so much further forward than I ever imagined it would or could. Maybe you are getting some good news, or there's definitely a chance that you're beautifying the home, or something is coming into the home that makes it that much more warm, comfortable, all of that. For your third week of the month, you've got the Sun card. Beautiful, all right. So look at this, right? Even if you're not necessarily getting the answer that you want, you do have good news coming to you, right? And it kind of looks like whatever it is that you've asked for or waited for, you might not be getting that, but the universe is definitely sending you something better. Sun card right next to the Empress. This could be a boost to your finances, or it could be some sort of good news from somebody that is at a distance to you, very likely to be overseas. Maybe it's an invite, maybe it's an offer, opportunity, something of that nature. But either which way, like I said, you might not be getting the answer that you want, but you are getting news that you're going to love. For your 4th week of the month, you have the Lovers card right underneath the Battle Wagon or the Chariot, right? So this is gorgeous. Like I said, for those of you that are single, this month you are finding somebody that just absolutely gets your bones, right? This is great. It looks like there's somebody that is really starting to, well, somebody that's really going to either catch your eye or catch your attention, or maybe they're reaching out to you. For those of you that are partnered, there's something this month that suggests that this month you are choosing your partner. This month you are really kind of, you know, putting yourself, you know, even more so in their hands and vice versa. It's like your bond deepens this month, but there's a big part of it. Maybe it's some of you are, you know, in a new relationship, but this is where you actually choose each other and say, you know what, yeah, I think it's us. Certainly for the foreseeable future. Your key to the month, you've got the Two of Wands. It does look like travel plans may be initiated this month. That's definitely a possibility. For some of you, you're hearing from overseas or somebody from a distance. And for a lot of you, this is just a very good financial month. I don't know why or what's coming in for you or to you, but I can definitely tell you it has a real sort of money spinner air. So you guys are the lucky ones of the zodiac this month. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week, month even. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.